forward to your active participation. I would like to inform all members that in accordance with the provisions of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, the Register of Directors and the record of attendance at board meetings during the preceding year for the directors presented for election are available for inspection during this meeting. I also wish to appeal in the interest of maintaining an orderly meeting that all participants silence or switch off any mobile devices not in use, mute their microphones when not speaking, and minimize background noise when addressing the meeting. I have no doubt in my mind that almost all members of the board are known to you. However, as it is customary before moving on to the formal matters on the agenda, I would like to introduce very briefly the board of directors and other officials on this side of this gathering. To my immediate right is Mr. Olumide Adeosun, the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of the company. Seated next to him is Mrs. Phoebe Anifadi, the Executive Director, Corporate Services. Beside her is Mrs. Bumi Agaguadu, an Executive Director and the Managing Director of Eterna Industries Limited. Next to her is Mr. Okechukwu Ashiebu, an Executive Director and Chief Operating Officer. Seated beside him is Mr. Emmanuel Omoijine, a non-executive director. To my immediate left is Mr. David Edet, the company secretary, legal advisor. Next to him is Mrs. Godry Obechie, a non-executive director. Seated beside her is Barrister Okechukwu Omezi, an independent non-executive director. And beside him is Mr. Akinwade Ademosu, also an independent non-executive director of the company. And I also recognize Mr. Anibo Kraga, an independent non-executive director who is joining us virtually. My humble self, I am Dr. Gabriel Obechie, OON, the chairman of our company. Thank you. I want to very specially recognize Mr. Victor Thomas of the Security and Exchange Commission, who is representing SEC. Joining us virtually and in person to support the proceedings are the company's advisors, who will be assisted as needed. Also present with us on this call are the following regulatory representatives: Mr. Godstime Iwenekai and Mr. Bonaventure Omuji, representing NGX Regulation Limited. You're most welcome. I also want to recognize Mr. Graham Omenka, representing Security and Exchange Commission, who is also joining us virtually. We have with us Mr. Ignatius Epo and Mobogo Chukwudi Wilfred, representing the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, FRC. You're most welcome. Also joining us, we have Mrs. Sheung Ejodame, a partner at Deloitte and Touche, accompanied by Mr. Patrick Chinwoba, a manager at the firm. You're most welcome. We also have Mrs. Anne Mutua, representing Greenwich Registrars and Data Solutions Limited, the registrars of the company. Also joining us are the shareholder representatives on the audit committee, namely Engineer MOT Olaiwola Tobun and Mr. Omokayode Adekunle, We also have Mrs. Odushote A. Olatunbosun. I will now call on the secretary to read the notice convening this meeting. Company secretary, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Chairman. All right. Mr. Chairman, very briefly, we had skipped that, but we'll just rise for the national anthem, very briefly. And then I'll proceed to read the notice. Sorry. Okay. I'll proceed to read the notice. Notice is hereby given that the 32nd Annual General Meeting of Eterna Plc will be held virtually on Thursday, the 24th of July 2025 at 10 p.m. prompt to transact the following, at 10 a.m. prompt to transact the following business. Ordinary business. To lay the reports of the directors, the audited financial statements, the reports of the auditors, and the audit committee for the year ended 31st December 2024 before the shareholders. Item 2, to ratify the appointment of Mr. Olumude Adeosun, Managing Director, CEO, Mr. Okechukwu Ashebu, Executive Director, and Mrs. Bumi Agagu Adu, Executive Director. Item 3, to re-elect retiring directors. Item 4, to appoint the firm of PricewaterhouseCoopers as the independent auditor for the year ending 31st December 2025, and to authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the auditors. Item 5, to elect members of the audit committee. Item 6, to disclose the remuneration of managers of the company in line with Section 257 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020. Special business. Item 7, to fix the remuneration of the non-executive directors. Item 8, that in compliance with the rules of the Nigerian Exchange Limited, NGX, governing transactions with related parties or interested persons, the company is hereby granted a general mandate in respect of all recurrent transactions entered into with a related party or interested person, provided that such transactions are of a revenue or trading nature or are necessary for the company's day-to-day operations. This mandate shall commence on the date on which the resolution is passed and shall continue to operate until the date on which the next annual general meeting of the company is held. And in compliance with the rules of the Nigerian Exchange Limited, related parties or interested parties shall abstain from exercising any voting right in respect of Resolution 8 above at the meeting. Item 9, to consider and approve the following subjoined resolutions. A, that the company be and is hereby authorized to undertake a capital raise of up to 50 billion naira. The capital raise transaction shall be implemented by one or more transactions through the issuance of shares by way of a public offering, private placement, rights issue, shareholder loan, or any other method or combination of methods, whether in the Nigerian or international capital markets, at prices to be determined by way of book building process or any other valuation method or combination of methods, in such tranches, series, or proportions, and at such periods or dates, and upon such other terms and conditions as may be determined by the board of directors, subject to obtaining the approval of relevant regulatory authorities. Please, I'll take the line again. That the company be and is hereby authorized to undertake a capital raise of up to 50 billion naira. The capital raise transaction shall be implemented by one or more transactions through the issuance of shares by way of a public offering, private placement, rights issue, shareholder loan, or any other method or combination of methods, whether in the international or in the Nigerian or international capital markets, at prices to be determined by way of a book building process or any other valuation method or combination of methods in such tranches, series, or proportions, and at such periods or dates, coupon or interest rates within such maturity periods, and upon such other terms and conditions as may be determined by the board of directors, the directors, subject to obtaining the approvals of the relevant regulatory authorities. Item 9B, that the capital raise referred to in resolution 9A above may be underwritten on such terms as may be determined by the directors, subject to obtaining the approvals of the relevant regulatory authorities. That the share capital of the company be increased by the exact number of ordinary shares which will be required upon determination of the terms of the capital raise, and the directors are authorized to pass resolutions for such an increase, as well as to allot the new ordinary shares required in connection with the capital raise. Item 9D, that in the event of a rights issue, any shares not taken up by the existing shareholders within the period stipulated under the rights issue may be offered for sale to other interested existing shareholders, and where following such offer any portion of the shares remain unsubscribed, the directors are hereby authorized to offer such shares to interested investors on similar terms to the rights issue or offer for subscription. Item 9E, that the directors be and are hereby authorized to undertake all necessary actions to secure the listing and admission to trading of securities issued pursuant to the foregoing resolution on the official list of the Nigerian Exchange Limited and any or on any other securities exchange or markets. Item 9F, that the directors be and are hereby authorized to appoint such professional parties and advisors and to perform all such other acts and do all such other things as may be necessary to give effect to the above resolutions, including without limitation, executing necessary documents in connection with the capital raise, determining the final structure of the capital raise, interfacing and complying with the directives of any regulatory authority. Item 9G, that the company secretary be and is hereby authorized to register any increases in shares capital with the Corporate Affairs Commission in such incremental proportions or tranches as the Board of Directors in its absolute discretion may deem necessary or desirable. And the Board of Directors is hereby authorized to issue on behalf of the shareholders such resolutions as may be required by the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC. Item 9H, that the memorandum and articles of association of the company be amended to reflect the company's new share capital after the capital raising exercise in the resolutions above. Item 10, that subject to obtaining all necessary regulatory approvals, the directors be and are hereby authorized to invest in, acquire, or divest from any business, unit, branch, or subsidiary of the company, and to undertake any actions that may consider appropriate, including but not limited to restructuring, reorganization, or other business arrangements in accordance with applicable law and regulations. Item 11, that Article 74 of the Articles of Association of the company is hereby amended to read as follows: unless and until otherwise determined by the company in a general meeting, the number of directors shall not be less than 5 nor more than 13 by the order of the board. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Company Secretary, for that very eloquently presented report. The chairman's statement. I want to presume that you have all read the chairman's statement. Do we then take the statement as read? Okay, thank you very much. We now assume that the chairman's statement as presented in the annual report has been read by everyone. Okay, for those who are online, can we get confirmation that we can be heard? Can a few of you just unmute yourself and confirm that you can hear us? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Then mute yourself. Thank you. I wish to move to the agenda of today's meeting. Item number 1, to lay the report of the directors, the audited financial statements, the reports of the auditors and the audit committee for the year ended 31st December 2024 before the shareholders. You will each have received the... Okay. You will each have received a copy of the full annual report and financial statement of the company and the report of the directors, which I declare to have been fully tabled. These documents were also uploaded on our website and distributed electronically. I will now call upon the representatives of the auditors to read the report of the auditors in respect of the financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2024.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. With your permission, that of the shareholders and the board, I would like to read just the first 2 sections and the final paragraph of the report.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Independent Auditor's Report to the shareholders of Eterna Plc. Report on the audit of the consolidated and separate financial statements. Opinion. We have audited the consolidated and separate financial statements of Eterna Plc and its subsidiaries, the group and company, set out on pages 6 to 57, which comprise the consolidated and separate statement of financial position as at 31 December 2024, and the consolidated and separate statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, the consolidated and separate statement of changes in equity, and the consolidated and separate statement of cash flows for the year then ended. The notes to the consolidated and separate financial statements, including a summary of material accounting policy information. In our opinion, the consolidated and separate financial statements give a true and fair view of the consolidated and separate financial position of Eterna Plc as at 31 December 2024, and its consolidated and separate financial performance and consolidated and separate cash flows for the year then ended, in accordance with IFRS as issued by the International Accounting Standards Board, the requirements of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, and Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Amendment Act 2023. Basis for opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with International Standards on Auditing, ISAs. Our responsibilities under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibilities for the audit of the consolidated and separate financial statement section of our report. We are independent of the group and company in accordance with the requirement of the International Ethics Standards Board for Accountants, ISBA, International Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants, including International Independent Standards, ISBA Code, and other independence requirements applicable to performing audits of financial statements in Nigeria. We have fulfilled our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with the ISBA Code and other ethical requirements that are relevant to our audits of consolidated and separate financial statements in Nigeria. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. I'll then move on to page 50 and read the final section on reports on other legal and regulatory requirements. In accordance with the 5th schedule of Companies and Allied Matters Act, we expressly state that we have obtained all the information and explanation which, to the best of our knowledge and belief, were necessary for the purpose of our audit. The group has kept proper books of account so far as appears from our examination of those books. The group and company's financial position and its statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income are in agreement with the books of account and returns. In accordance with the requirements of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, we performed a limited assurance engagement and reported on management's assessment of the entity's internal control over financial reporting as of 31 December 2024. The work performed was done in accordance with FRC guidance on assurance engagement reports on internal control over financial reporting. And we have issued a report with no exception in our report dated 31 March 2025. This report is included on page 46 of the financial statements, signed by me, Sheon Ejodame, for Deloitte & Touche, Chartered Accountants, Lagos, Nigeria, on 31 March 2025. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deloitte. I will now call upon the chairman of the audit committee to read the report of the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members of the board, regulatory authority here present, fellow distinguished shareholders, the report of the audit committee is on page 42, and I read. In accordance with the statutory requirement of the section 404, subsection 4 of the Company and Allied Matters Act 2020, we, the members of the Audit Committee of the Eterna Plc, having carried out our statutory functions under the Act, hereby confirm that the accounting and reporting policy of the group and the company are in accordance with the legal requirement and agree ethical practices. In our opinion, 1, accounting and reporting policy of the Eterna Plc are contained in the company's and audited financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2024 are in accordance with the relevant financial reporting and work free and agree ethical practices. 2, the scope and the planning of the audit for the year ended 31st December 2024 are inadequate. 3, the external auditors' findings on management matters and management responses thereto were satisfactory. 4, we have kept under the review the effectiveness of the company systems of the accounting and internal controls dated the 21st day of March 2025, signed by me. Other members of the Statutory Audit Committee are Omokayode Adekunle, Mrs. Odushote O. Anike, Mr. Anebo Krager, and Mr. Emmanuel Omojili. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Engineer Tobun. The annual report and financial statements having been laid before you in accordance with the Companies and Allied Matters Act, your directors have fulfilled their obligations in respect of this matter. It is now left for me to give you ample opportunity to ask questions on the report and financial statements. I would like to appeal to each questionnaire to be brief in order to give others a chance to ask questions also. It will help if you could refer to the page of the report and the financial statements which your questions relate. To ask a question, kindly use the raise hand feature or the chat button on the Zoom platform. Thank you very much. The floor is open now for us to ask questions. So if you want to ask question, please raise your hand. The company secretary, who is viewing it as well. We recognize you and I will call you out to ask questions. Our Company Secretary?
We have a few of the shareholders raising their hands.
Okay, can we please recognize Mr. Adeleke Oladimeji? Adeleke Oladimeji, please go ahead, unmute yourself, and go ahead and ask your question.
Mr. Adeleke, can you hear us?
Yeah, Mr. Adeleke, please go ahead. Go ahead, please.
We are so impressed with this result, sir. Last we have a loss of over 9 billion. This year we have after tax of 1.3 billion. We are so happy with this result that we are back to profitability. But one item is missing in the annual report, sir, which is item 2 of the bill. We are not declared out of this profit after tax of 1.3 billion. And also, sir, if you look at last year, our share is negative of over 7 naira. Here we are today, our earning per share is 1 naira 3 kobo. This is a very good, fantastic result, sir. And also, if you look at the increase we have in revenue, does have any significant effect on our selling and distribution expenses, and also it does not have any effect on our admin expenses. Even our selling and distribution expenses also come down. This shows that we are a company that is prudent and all that is well reserved in disposing fund, and let also thank the board of management for reducing the selling and distribution expenses to the barest minimum and admin expenses. But also, sir, what baffles me in this annual report is the foreign exchange loss of 15.7 billion. And also, we also have that kind of foreign exchange loss last year, which I believe the board of management should have made provision for it. So the finance cost. But, sir, if you look at the receivables in the annual report, we have a receivables of over 19 billion. This is on the high side. I always go to Eterna Plc to buy filling station at January. Time I go there with my money. Who are our debtors? It's left after our debtors. Because supposing this receivables is reduced to the barest minimum, it will have given us a profit after tax of over 10 billion. We maintain this to what we have tax, and it will give us a profit after tax of over 10 billion. Also, sir, if you look at page 80, these accounts, that is consolidated separate financial statement. Well, the revenue on petrol is 272 billion. We have cost of sales of 240 billion. That is a margin of 32 billion. On our lubricant, there is a revenue of 39 of 30 billion, giving us margin of 9 billion. Others, LPG gas and base oil, we generate just 2 billion, and our cost of sales is over 1 billion. And if you look at also, even the cost product is also higher than the revenue. What is the reason, sir? And what is the reason why we are selling gas at loss? Because some little shops that are selling, they are doing that and they are making money. Whereas companies selling gas at loss. Also, sir, with this fantastic result that we are considering this year, I would like to ask, how fantastic is our half-year result? And what should we be expecting in this year? Also, if you look at the agenda of this annual report, we are talking about.
I will encourage you to please try and keep this brief so others can also others can also have opportunity to ask. Mr. Oladimeji, I will encourage you to please round up so that others can also speak. Thank you. Yeah, round up, please. Go ahead, but summarize so others can speak.
Okay, sir. We are going to give you the support for this rights issue because of the Mr. Adeosho that we have brought to the board. With weight of experience, we make a positive impact in the company. We have known him over the years from where he's coming from, and he has done a fantastic job. And also bringing Bumi Agam also to the board, I believe we also have a tremendous impact in the board because he has the weight of experience in our company. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Oladimeji. Thank you so much. Okay, let's take one or two more questions so we can now, I can take all of them instead of answering them one by one. Next, basis those who have raised their hand, I want to recognize Mr. Alaga Kolawole, please. Alaga Kolawole. Company Secretary, please recognize the ladies. Absolutely. There are so many of them raising their hand. But meanwhile, let's have Alaga Kolawole.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. The Board of Directors, very distinguished shareholders. Honorable Kola Alaga is my name. And I want to contribute positively towards this AGM. Mr. Chairman, the result is fantastic. As indicated by the earlier speaker, but like he said, what we are looking for is dividend. Sadly, you are not getting it, despite the 103 kobo. For going forward, Mr. Chairman, we believe you will still give us dividend, but let me ask this authoritatively. When are we expecting dividend? Mr. Chairman, going to the corporate information of the company, I want to advise that subsequently the emails of the company and that of the company secretary should be included to ease communication with the company and the shareholders, or let me say, and other stakeholders. Mr. Chairman, my third point has to do with notes 27 and 27.3, which is other payables. Mr. Chairman, we have other payables of about 2.5 billion. And I want to ask, how much of this is unclaimed dividend? How much of it is statute bad? I mean the unclaimed dividend. And what are you doing to ensure that these dividends are claimed by their owners or they become statute bad? Mr. Chairman, let me also refer us to note 27.3.1, which has to do with product swap of 516 million naira. Mr. Chairman, shareholders will need to know who are the parties involved and what brought about product swap and what is our gain in this product swap. On the final note, Mr. Chairman, 27.3.2 accrued paid of 103 million being provision for legal fees. What is the provision for legal fee? Hello, Mr. Chairman. What? Are you listening to me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Let me continue. Why is the provision for legal fee as much as this? I also want to know whether it includes the provision for claims of 165 million per note 31. Mr. Chairman, thank you, all of us. Have a wonderful day, sir.
Thank you very much, Alaga Kolawole. Thank you very much, Alaga Kolawole. Can we just quickly recognize some people on the chat box? Maybe one or two people. Company Secretary, do we have people on the chat box?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. We have a question from Mr. Usman Moruf saying, good morning, our able chairman. Please, what are we doing as regards training and retraining of our staff and audit committee members? This is from Alhaji Usman Moruf, Chairman, Market Men and Women Shareholders Association of Nigeria. Training and retraining.
Okay, thank you very much. At this point, let me just quickly address some of the issues that has been raised. Let me start by thanking the first speaker, Mr. Adeleke Oladimeji, for starting by recognizing the wonderful job being done by the board and the management of our great company. 2024 was actually a very good year. Was actually a very, very good year for the company. I want to draw your attention to our operating profit. Our operating profit for 2024 was actually 27.9 billion naira. Again, I repeat, in 2024, we had an operating profit of 27.9 billion naira, compared to 2023, where our operating profit was only 7.9 billion naira. So our operating profit last year actually grew almost fourfold. Unfortunately, I also want to draw your attention to line 11 in the financial statements, where we unfortunately and inadvertently suffered a foreign exchange loss of 15.7 billion naira in 2024. And thankfully, from income we were able to generate last year alone, we were able to fully write down and fully pay this FX loss. FX loss, as we all know, was something that happened on not only Eterna Plc, but a lot of businesses in the economy, where we have seen the exchange of the local currency depreciate from 500 to 750 to 1,000, 1,200, went as high as 1,800 at some point. Now, thankfully, it has stabilized around 1,530 naira. And we all know that Eterna Plc, which is our company, we are involved in a lot of importation, especially base oil, with which we blend our lubricant. So it's not something we could avoid. And unfortunately, we got caught up with this foreign exchange loss. We want to believe, and we definitely do believe, that 2025 will be a much better year, because we have fully provided, either paid or fully provided at least, all foreign exchange related losses. So we are essentially out of the wood. So I agree with you. Last year was a very good year. Unfortunately, regardless of the fact that we earned 27 billion naira in operating profit, when you take into consideration the fact that we had to absorb this huge FX loss, it took our profit to 1.3 billion compared to the loss of 9 billion of last year. Unfortunately, because of the quantum of our reserve and regulatory compliance issues, we are unable to declare dividend this year. But the board is very, very confident that, basis what we see, basis the opportunities and that we see in the industry, that the year ended the year ended December 2025, or the year going to end December 2025, that we are very, very sure that we are going to pay dividend. Yes, you talked about the receivable. We have a receivable of about 19 billion. The business we do, our commercial business, we have a lot of blue chip companies that we continue to do business with, who are very, very credit worthy, and the business, the dynamics of the business entails that we have to supply products on credit, and then we get paid after 30 days or 45 days, as the case may be. We are heavily into the lubricant space as well, dealing with very blue chip companies, and again, the dynamics of the business entails that we supply them products on credit. The most important thing is that you should know that these receivables are being paid. Not one of them has any iota of doubtfulness in it. These are funds that go out and come back in the normal course of business. Okay, for Alaga Kolawole, you broached the issue of unpaid dividends. Unfortunately, these are regulatory issues. When we declare dividend, we remit the funds to the registrar, so the money is completely out of our control. So shareholders are supposed to claim this money from the registrars. We are not unaware of the fact that there's been a lot of policy guidelines lately where I think SEC is saying unclaimed dividends should be remitted to government, but these engagements are ongoing. But from a company point of view, these are issues that are entirely beyond our control. These funds have been moved to the registrars. There's nothing we as a company can do about that. But we want to encourage all shareholders who have unclaimed dividends. I mean, I struggle to understand how somebody can have money that he needs to collect, and all he needs to do is reach out to the registrar. The registrar is willing and capable of paying these monies. You talked on the issue of provision for legal fees. Eterna Plc being a going concern, in the course of our business, we have agreements to make. We have legal issues to resolve. At this point, I'm not going to go into the minutiae, but every single company, especially a company of our size and scope, have legal issues, and we have legal bills to pay. And I want to believe that the amount you talked about, which is about 165 million, if I'm correct, it's is fair and reasonable, and the board have looked at it and they consider it to be very fair, and will continue with those issues. Usman Moruf talked about training and retraining. In Eterna Plc, we take training very seriously. We firmly believe that every company is just as good as the quality of manpower that they have. It's the people who make the companies, not the assets. So we take the quality of our hire very seriously, and we take training very seriously. I believe that we have a continuous training program, both internally and externally, to ensure that the company remains ready for the challenges of environment, of the business environment as at today. Thank you very much. The floor is still open for more questions. Company Secretary, who do we recognize at this point? Who are those raising their hands?
Yes, Mrs.
I need
Mrs.
to call
Pereira.
a lady, please.
Yes, Mrs. Pereira. Please, can you just unmute yourself? And,
Mrs. Pereira? Mrs. Pereira, if you're there, please unmute yourself and take your questions.
Oh, Ms. Bisi Bakare.
Okay, Mrs. Bisi Bakare, please. Yes.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, please, if you're not speaking, mute yourself. Mrs. Bakare, or mute yourself.
Yes, I've done that. Good morning. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Hello.
We can hear you.
Hello.
We can hear you. Please proceed, madam. We can hear you.
Mrs. Bakare, go ahead, please.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Board of Directors, Regulatory Authorities joining online, esteemed shareholders joining online. Good morning. Once again, my name is Mrs. Bisi Bakari. I'm the NACOTO, Pragmatic Shareholders Association of Nigeria. Much has been said by the earlier speakers, so I will just go straight to the account. But before I do that, I want to welcome the new directors, Mr. Adeosun and Mrs. Bumi Agaguadu. You are all welcome. I wish both of you a successful tenure. Having said that, Mr. Chairman, I would like to advise the Board of Directors of Eterna Plc to closely examine the frequency in which our company change their CEOs. This is alarming, sir. And for me, I believe that this level of turnover on our CEO is not healthy for our operation and for good corporate governance. And looking at it too, I'm thinking, or I don't know, is it the target we are giving them they are unable to meet? If that is true, sir, I would like to appeal to this board that we should give our CEOs enough time to enough period to execute the target, at least maybe 2 or 3 years. But a situation whereby we change our CEOs, like for instance, for the past 3 or 4 years, we have 3 CEOs. This is not good enough. And going forward, I want this board to look at it. Again, on page 79, note 6, that's on our revenue. That's on our revenue. I observed that our fuel sales still accounts for the largest share of our revenue. I just want to ask that what strategy are we taking to diversify into other businesses? I think Eterna Oil need to look into other businesses beyond the fuel and lubricants to improve our profitability. In conclusion, our retained earnings remain negative of 1.6 billion. That is on page 52. My question is, what plan or strategy are we taking, the board of management taking, to rebuild reserves and also restore our retained earnings? Thank you very much for the opportunity given to me, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Bisi Bakari, for your questions. We'll take one more question and then I will answer them before we bring this Q&A to a close. Company Secretary.
Yes, sir. We have Mr. Okeze Boniface.
Okay, Okeze Boniface, can you unmute yourself?
Mr. Chairman,
it's okay. Boniface, please go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Okay, Mr. Chairman.
Continue, Boniface.
Mr. Chairman, good morning. This is Mr. Okeze Boniface.
Yes.
Thank you for giving the opportunity to speak at this AGM. Mr. Chairman, it is unfortunately we are not in a person today face to face to do our meeting. Identify a challenge in the network in Nigeria, which is not the internal making. Having said that, I want to commend the board, the management, for the result we are considering today. Internal oil have come a long way, and I believe that inability not to propose even today does not make that the company have not performed very well. We have done very well from the lost position of last year and have grown our revenue to 313.6 billion as against 183. That is a milestone, Mr. Chairman. Are you hearing me, Mr. Chairman?
We can hear you very well. Please go ahead.
Hello, Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead. We can hear you, Mr. Boniface.
That is a milestone that we have been able to achieve. And also the gross profit of 39.9 billion against 16 billion lost last year. Yes, after taxation, etc., we have, our 4.4 billion as against 11 lost last year. Mr. Chairman, the earning per share of 1.03 is not enough for us to have dividends here, because we also have deficit reserve earning that need to also build up before we can talk about dividend. And that is why I'm going with you, Mr. Chairman, that on page 4, there's a notice of validity of the need to restructuring our balance sheet and also capital raise. Instead of going to borrow from banks, working for the banks, it is high time we look at the direction of shareholders to reward them. And that's why I agree myself with you for not being able to propose any kind of dividend, because we need to save up to rainy days. Mr. Chairman, I want to also commend the board appointment, the world-class athlete, and that's the only area because we are dealing on petroleum products and lubricant, and that's the business we are doing license. Even if we are satisfied, and that is another thing altogether. But our primary core of business is lubricant and dispense of petrol products. Unfortunately, we don't seem to receive to the which ordinary average man can buy on the street, which is not available in station. And gas are made available, but not everybody's gas today. In Nigeria, we consider gas as elitist product. No. But because of the way government has structured things, people are starting to firewood and all kind of things to make cooking for the living. Gas supposed to be cheaper, where people can drive into the station and feed the children and go home and cook with eco-friendly material. But that is the case in Nigeria. Mr. Chairman, I want to commend you for all that you have been doing since you came on board. Since you took over this company, a lot has happened. A lot of police stations today is world class. Look at the example of Bagat in the Kutia. An educated son, who can go in and buy good fuel and drive with the clean fuel into their cars without being affected their engine. That's one thing Eterna have done. These are clean fuel we buy. Even the times of scarcity, if you drive into any internal police station, the products are almost available. And I begin to wonder, how do we get this product to distribute? Mr. Chairman, that's all your efforts. I want to commend you. Yeah, we have seen Olumide Adeosun to the board. I want to commend him. He's a go-getter. But I believe his tenure will also going to usher in prosperity, dividend that have been built us. And in tenacity, I believe his wisdom to drive this work to a better height. That one of the speaker pointed out. The chairman attempt challenges that will frequently change, but that's to the board to change if there's no performance. And I believe Mr. Adeosun will perform. I want to commend the board for bringing him, but us giving a free hand lasting time to drive this company to the greater height, so that we cannot judge him through 10 years of individual performance and will say change. Let's give him a time. And if he's not performing, then he can take balance himself. But I believe he's a go-getter. You make it with Eterna. And also, Bobia Agadu, who is also coming. That means a hard working could be rewarded. I think today, we may be brought into a executive position from company secretary, when she retired from there, have been rewarded for hard work. Chairman, thank you for your visions, and thank you for believing people. Because this will be our assets and the workforce. Thank you for what revolutionary things have taken place in Eterna since you come on board. That's why a company should be run. I thank you for believing in this path and promoting them, giving them a task, a good mission to deliver. But I believe that whom much is given, much is expected, that they will not fail the board, the management, and the shareholder, they will not fail. They must deliver, and the confidence is posed on them. Mr. Chairman, I commend the Lloyd, who also did it today, and bringing on board the service of price water. Chairman, on page 8, I want to commend the Deloitte for the way they are not been charging or increasing arbitrarily on their fees. And I believe that you also take a cue from this outgoing external auditor of this company, not increasing fee arbitrarily. If there's anything to great increase, they must get in touch with the audit committee and the board to look at it. We have representatives board and audit committee and the shareholder representatives. If there's any increase, to make how increase. But I want to appeal with the product, and this is not time for increasing in audit fees. It's very, very important, Mr. Chairman, because shareholders are also with the company and not forcing the company to do anything that the board have nothing to do in terms of dividend. We want to abide with you for that decision. Mr. Chairman, I think it's the right issue and public offer is the way to go on that resolution we're going to pass this morning, so that shareholders who have stood on due over the years will not be shortchanged when the going good. We want to participate. I prescribe to right and public offer, so that those who don't take their right can go into public offer. It's very, very important, Mr. Chairman. I want to commend the lubricant is one of the best today in the country in the market of lubricant Nigeria, which also continue to partner with council to get the best for motorists in Nigeria. I know the Eterna can do that. Mr. Chairman, if you look at page 102, I want to also commend you for the staff welfare and salary and wages, 2.27 billion as against 1.6. That means much is given. The staff must also put in their best to reciprocate the gesture of this board and management, so that if you work hard and you've been rewarded with a handsome salary, so that you compare favorably with other stakeholders in the industry, so that nobody come and poach when we train them because poor remuneration. I want to commend the board for looking at that direction, increasing their wages, so that people will not have issues to do untoward things. Mr. Chairman, I want brought in materials and services all local. I want to commend you on that. 297 billion as against 190 previous year. So, Mr. Chairman,
thank you very much. Can you round up, please?
The pay on dividend. That's the only area I advise the management to work hard to increase our earnings, so that we can able to sit in to share. Mr. Chairman, I want to commend the management, the staff, for what they're doing. They are doing a great job. I want to commend the president. I want to commend them who have not shown commitment. That's the way to go.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Boniface. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Start by addressing the concerns raised by Mrs. Bakare. The first concern she raised is the supposedly changes in our CEO. Yes, the board is aware that there's been a couple of changes recently, but when we got a talent like Mr. Olumide Adeosun, we just couldn't help but bring him on board. Mr. Olumide Adeosun, as we all know, besides having worked for British Petroleum, having worked for PricewaterhouseCoopers, was the CEO of another very major downstream oil and gas company, also quoted on the stock exchange. So he brings a lot of value, a lot of experience, which is completely in alignment with what we intend to do with this great company of ours called Eterna Plc. So he's a great hire. The board and of course the shareholders very much believe that Eterna Plc today is in very good hands with Mr. Olumide Adeosun on board, and of course with the team he has to turn this company around. The board is giving Mr. Adiosun and his team all the support they need, and I also want to assure all the shareholders that we do not foresee any change at the top anytime soon, because Mr. Adiosun will achieve the objective that each and every one of us have, which has been spoken to severally today, top of which is our desire to get very huge and bountiful dividend going forward. So we are holding Mr. Adiosun to that promise. Mr. Adiosun, you're going to give us very big dividend. Mrs. Bakare also spoke to the fact that fuels account for a huge chunk of our revenue. Yes, that's the way the industry is. Fuel will continue to account for a good chunk of our revenue. However, the shareholders should be aware, and I want to believe that they are aware, that within the intervening financial year, we gave effect to Eterna Industries Limited, where we appointed Mrs. Bumi Agagu Adu, not only an executive director in Eterna Plc, but also appointed her the managing director of Eterna Industries Limited to be responsible for our lubricant business and, very importantly, our chemical business. I recall that at the last AGM, I think one of the shareholders raised the fact that Eterna Industries Limited need to have their own cash flow. But most importantly, internally, we also looked at it and felt that the chemical business and the lubricant business is a very niche market. It's a side of the business that can give us a lot of revenue and margin. So we decided to carve it out as a full-fledged subsidiary of Eterna Plc, and we appointed Mrs. Bumi Agagu Adu, the managing director. Mrs. Bumi Agagu Adu, as we all know, is a veteran in Eterna Plc. She's been with the company for upward of 16 years, a thoroughbred lawyer, and she brings a lot of value to the company. And for the period she's been the managing director of Eterna Industries Limited, we can see the numbers. The margins have gone up, the earnings have gone up, and we are seeing that reflect in our consolidated accounts for 2025. With the contribution of EIL under her leadership, we have no doubt whatsoever that at the financial year end for 2025 will meet our expectations. Mrs. Bakare also talked about our retained earnings and the need to build reserve. Incidentally, that speaks to the reason why we are very unfortunately unable to pay dividends this year. Because, again, I go back to the fact that our earnings for 2024 was north of 27 billion, but a good chunk of that money was bled away to foreign exchange losses, leaving us with a profit of just a little north of £1 billion. If you look at that and you look at our reserves are nowhere near where we intended to be. So paying dividend on that will not be in the best interest long term of the company. We are happy that the shareholders understand and everybody is paying a price and is willing to pay a price to ensure that we get this company to where we want it to be. Mr. Boniface, again, I want to thank you for all your kind words. You hit all the boxes. Your understanding on our inability to pay dividend this year, and your alignment with the fact that we need to raise money instead of working for the banks. I think it's better we fall back on shareholders to bring in more capital into the business instead of increasing our borrowings. Today, borrowings from the bank is close to 30% or even north of 30%. So if you're not careful, we'll just end up working for the bank. So I also believe, and that's part of the resolutions for today, that we need to more like recapitalize the business and bring in fresh funds into the business. The business remains very good. The numbers remain very good. The fundamentals of the business remain very good. The cash flow of the business remains very, very strong. I don't want to speak to our half-year result because we've not made it public, but I am very much aware that the numbers for 2025 are looking very, very good. Again, you spoke to bringing Bumi Adu on board as the ED and MD of EIL. I think I've also spoken to that. I want to assure you that she's bringing tremendous value to EIL and to the company as a whole. I want to join you again in commending Deloitte. Deloitte has been our auditors for 5 years now, if I'm correct. 10 years. They've been our auditors for 10 years, and within this period, they've brought tremendous value to the company. They give us the confidence we need in our financial statements. All we need to see is that Deloitte has signed the financial statements, and they agree with it. Deloitte bring a lot of value, a lot of reputation. So on behalf of the board, on behalf of the shareholders, we want to very specially thank Deloitte. We are not happy that they are leaving. Be rest assured, there is only one reason why Deloitte is leaving, and that is the fact that they are statute bad. The statute does not allow them to be with us for more than 10 years. If not, there's no reason why we should allow Deloitte to go. So Deloitte is, we'll say they will take a leave of absence, and at the first opportunity, we will be happy to bring them back. So can we give them a round of applause, please? Yes, Boniface, you also talked about whether we are doing rights issue or public offer. Today, the shareholders at the AGM will pass the resolution giving us the powers to raise money. The board will go back and look at all the options open to us, and we'll decide on which one will be in the best interest of the company. You alluded to the fact that our lubricants are the best. Yes, we have a franchise for Castrol in Nigeria. Castrol is a world-class lubricant. With Bumi running EIL and pushing the Castrol brand, we are repositioning that brand in the market and ensuring that we get the best value for Castrol in Nigeria, and of course, our own Eterna lubricants. You touched on the issue of staff welfare. In Eterna Plc, we take staff welfare very seriously. As I alluded to earlier, every organization, Eterna Plc not being an exception, every organization is just as good as the quality of manpower that they have. We want to attract the best. We want to attract and want to retain the best. And the only way to attract and retain the best is that we need to take their welfare very seriously. So we continue to ensure that our wage remains very, very competitive. You also touched on the issue of dividend, which we have touched on severally, and I very seriously believe that at the end of this year, for the financial year that is going to end December 2025, we are very, very sure that basis the way we are going, we should be able to pay dividend. On that note, I want to say thank you very much, and I want to bring the Q&A session to an end. At this point, we'll go on to item number 2 on the agenda, which is to ratify the appointment of Mr. Olumide Adeosun as the MD CEO. I will now call on Mr. Olumide Adeosun to stand for recognition. Will someone please move that Mr. Olumide Adeosun be and is hereby elected as a director of the company?
Okay, can someone just raise his hands? I would look at the screen. Okay, Mr. Robert Ibekwe.
Robert Ibekwe, please, can you so move?
Please sit down. Sit down. I'm taking you.
Thank you. Can will someone please second the motion? Your name, please.
Sorry, please, one at a time. Please, who is speaking?
Mr. Olufemi seconds the motion. May I now call on the members to vote on the resolution by poll? I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, board members, regulators, esteemed shareholders. The voting is done via USSD and web. To vote via the USSD, you need your phone number. You dial *7006 *61#. You press 1, you follow the prompt, press 1 to confirm your unit. You press 1 to select the resolution. Then you press 1 again to vote for the resolution, or press 2 if you want to vote against the resolution. If you are voting via the web, you enter your phone number or your email address. Then you get an OTP that you then use to confirm your phone number and the registered email address. Once that is done, you are in the voting environment and you follow the prompt. You vote, you select your unit, you vote for the resolution or against the resolution. The resolution is now on display. We have 120 seconds. The timer is counting down. Please dial *7006 *61# to vote via the USSD, or log in through the web portal that was sent in our AGM notification to vote via the web link. To my right, we have the unit of the preloaded proxies. And to the left, we'll have the live vote count. Voting is ongoing. We have 91 seconds remaining. Please dial *7006 *61# to vote. Select 1 to select your unit, and press 1 again to select to vote in favor of the resolution, or 2 if you wish to vote against the resolution. You may also vote via the web link. We have 47 seconds remaining. Voting is ongoing. If you experience any challenge while voting, please redial *7006 *61#. 20 seconds remaining. Voting has ended. We have 914,103,179 units in favor of the resolution, which represents 100% of the total vote count. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. I declare the motion carried. Congratulations, Mr. Adeosun. Item number 2. Item number 2B on the agenda is to ratify the appointment of Mr. Okechukwu Ashiebu as an executive director. I will now call on Mr. Okechukwu Ashiebu to stand for recognition. Will someone therefore move that Mr. Okechukwu Ashiebu be and is hereby elected as a director of the company?
Yes, please, I will invite Barrister Ganiyat Adetutu. Please unmute. Thank you. Barrister Ganiyat, please. Please, when I've noticed that some hands are already on, and that's the people I'm calling. So I'm calling Barrister Ganiyat Adetutu. Hello, esteemed shareholders. Hello, esteemed shareholders. Esteemed shareholders, please just raise your hand using the raise hand feature, and then I will call you to either take the motion or to second it. So only those who have their hands raised up via the Zoom platform will be called. Please, thank you very much. So I will call on Mr. Gafar. Mr. Gafar, please can you unmute?
Hello, Mr. Chairman. I second the tone. Thank you.
Can you tell us your name?
Gafar is the name. Thank you.
So, Gafar, you are moving the motion.
Okay, sir. Okay, I move the motion, sir. Thank you.
Gafar moves the motion. Who is seconding it?
May I call Mr. Lanre Kuku? Mr. Lanre. Hello, hello, esteemed shareholders. Please, I want to call on Mr. Lanre Kuku to second the motion. Mr. Lanre. Okay, can I call on Mr. Shegun Owolabi?
Yes, I second that motion.
Thank you.
Okay, Shagun Owolabi seconds the motion. May I now call on the members to vote on the resolution by poll? I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We'll display the resolution shortly. The resolution is on display. Please vote. The timer is counting down. Please dial *700*61# to vote via the USSD or use the web link that has been shared via the AGM notification sent out to all shareholders. To my right, we have the preloaded proxy count, and to the left is the live voting. Please dial *7006*61# to vote. If you encounter any challenge, please redial and start again. We have 71 seconds remaining. Dial *700*61#. Press 1 to select your unit, and press 1 to vote for the resolution, or 2 to vote against the resolution. 49 seconds remaining. We have 23 seconds remaining. If you encounter any challenge, please start again. You can also vote via the web link. Voting has ended. We have 914,099,403 units in favor of the resolution. This represents 100% of the total vote count. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, the registrars. I declare the motion carried. Item number 2C on the agenda is to ratify the appointment of Mrs. Bumi Agagu Adu as an executive director. I will now call on Mrs. Bumi Agagu Adu to stand for recognition. Will someone therefore move that Mrs. Bumi Agagu Adu be and is hereby elected as a director of the company? Again, please let me request, if you want to move or second, all you need to do, raise your hand. If you raise your hand, you will be recognized. Let only the person who is recognized be the one to unmute himself or herself and speak, so we can do this in an orderly manner. Thank you very much, esteemed shareholders. Company Secretary, can you recognize someone?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would recognize Mr. Ridwan Hamza. Please, can you unmute your mic, Mr. Ridwan Hamza? Mr. Ridwan. Hello, is that Mr. Hamza?
Hello, Chairman.
Please state your name.
No, are you moving? We need the first person to move. Ridwan Hamza should move the motion.
I second it. I second the motion.
Esteemed, please, we need somebody to move the motion first before we begin to second it. Ridwan Hamza was recognized to move the motion. If Ridwan Hamza is there, let him go ahead and move the motion. If he's not there, let us recognize someone else.
Okay. Prince Ridwan Hamza hereby moves the motion as ordered by Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hamza. Company Secretary, can you recognize someone else to second the motion?
I recognize Mr. David Abimbola Solomon.
David Abimbola Solomon, please.
I second that motion.
What's your name?
I second that motion, my Chairman.
No, Mr. David Abimbola Solomon. Please, dear esteemed shareholders, please just raise your hand just raise your hands using the raise hand feature. We will recognize you, please. Thank you. Let me invite Mr. Williams Adebayo to second the motion. Mr. Williams Adebayo. I recognize Mr. Ismaila Tohir to second the motion. Ismaila Tohir.
What's your name? Tunde Bamidele seconds the motion. Tunji Bamidele seconds the motion. Thank you very much. May I now call on members to vote on the resolution by poll. I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The resolution is on display. You may now vote. The countdown is the timer is counting down. Please vote. That's *7006*61# to vote via the USSD. or vote via the web link that has been shared to all shareholders. To my right, I have the count of the proxies previously collated, and to the left is the live voting happening live. We have 80 seconds remaining. Please dial *7006*61# to vote using your phone number, using your mobile, or use the web link to vote. If you are voting via USSD, dial the code, press 1 to confirm your phone number, press 1 to select your unit, and press 1 to vote for the resolution, or 2 to vote against the resolution. If you are voting via web, as soon as you get into the voting environment using the link that was provided, you follow the prompt and vote accordingly. 32 seconds remaining. Please dial *7006*61# to vote via the USSD or use the web link. We now have 12 seconds remaining. Voting has closed. We have 914,102,883 units in favor of the resolution, which represents 100% of the total vote count. Thank you.
Thank you, registrars. I hereby declare the motion carried. Congratulations, Mrs. Bumi Agagwadu. Item number 3 on the agenda is to re-elect retiring directors of the company. May I now call upon the secretary to read the names of the directors subject to re-election.
Thank you, Chairman. The directors who are presented for re-election are Dr. Gabriel Obeche, ON, Non-Executive Director, and Dr. Please, round of applause. And Dr. Akinwade Ademosu, Independent Non-Executive Director.
For my re-election, I will now hand over the proceedings to Barrister Okechukwu Omezi to conduct the process.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now that the retiring directors have been introduced to you to be re-elected, let us proceed to re-elect them. Will someone therefore move for Dr. Gabriel Obeche, OON, be and is hereby re-elected as a director of the company?
Please let me recognize Mr. Adeleke Oladimeji.
I move the motion.
Mr. Adeleke Oladimeji, please.
Now that Mr. Adeleke has moved the motion, will someone please second the motion?
Please let me recognize Barrister Ganiyat Adetutu. Esteemed shareholders, sir. Esteemed shareholders, please, I recognize Barrister Ganiyat Adetutu. Please unmute your mic, man. Please just raise your hands. I would recognize you. Let me recognize Mr. Boniface Okezie. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. May I now call on members to vote for the resolution by poll? I will hand over to Registrar to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The resolution is on display. The timer is counting down. Please vote. To vote via USSD, please dial *7006*61#. To vote via the web portal, please use the web link that has been shared. Dial *7006*61# to vote via the USSD. Or vote via the web link. If you encounter any challenge using the USSD, please try again. Simply redial *7006*61# and follow the prompt. We have 68 seconds remaining. I have the unit of the preloaded proxy to my right, and the live voting is showing on my left. "40 seconds remaining. Please dial *7006*61# to vote via USSD on your mobile, or use the web link to vote and follow the prompt. 20 seconds remaining. Voting has ended. We have 913,915,169 units in favor of the resolution. This represents 100% of the total vote count. Thank you.
Following the results of the election as read by the registrar, I declare that the motion to re-elect Dr. Gabriel Ogbeche, OON, is hereby carried. I now hand over to the chairman to continue the proceedings, having been re-elected as a director of the company.
Thank you, Barrister Okeomezi. Thank you, Barrister Okeomezi. Thank you, esteemed shareholders, for re-electing me as a director of your company. This is deeply appreciated. Will someone move that Dr. Akinwade Ademosu be and is hereby re-elected as a director of the company?
I recognize Mr. Gilbert. Please, can you unmute your mic? Mr. Gilbert Ayola.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Ayola, hereby second.
Move the motion. Mr. Gilbert is to move the motion, sir.
No, Mr. Gilbert, we need somebody to move the motion. You have to move the motion, not second it. Move the motion.
Move that motion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gilbert.
And I invite Barrister Adetutu Ganiyat to second the motion. Barrister Ganiyat. In her absence, I will invite.
Okay, the motion is seconded. May I now call on members to vote on the resolution by poll? I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We'll display the resolution shortly. The resolution is on display. Please vote. The timer is counting down. Please dial *7006 *61# to vote via the USSD or vote via the web link. Displayed on my right is the total vote count by proxy. And the live voting is displayed on my left. We have 85 seconds remaining. Please vote using the USSD link or using USSD via your mobile number or the web link. "65 seconds remaining. If you encounter any challenge while voting, please redial the code and follow the prompt. Dial *7006 *61# to vote using your registered mobile number, or use the web link that was shared in your AGM notification. 30 seconds remaining. Please dial *7006 *61# to vote using the USSD via your mobile number. We have 9 seconds remaining. Voting has ended. We have 914,102,883 units in favor of the resolution. This represents 100% of the total vote count. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Item number 4. Item number 4 on the agenda is to appoint the firm of PricewaterhouseCoopers as the independent auditor for the company and authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the auditors in accordance with Section 401 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 2020. Would someone move that the firm of PricewaterhouseCoopers be and are hereby appointed as an independent auditor for the company for the year ending 31st December 2025, and that the directors are hereby authorized to fix the remuneration of the auditors?
Yes. Mr. Sunday Isaac Oladoke. Please, you can unmute your mic to move the motion.
Move the motion.
Please say your name.
Sunday Isaac. I move the motion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Can somebody second it?
Mr. Williams Victor Idorian. Please, you can unmute your mic. Mr. Williams Victor Idorian.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for the opportunity. I so do. I seconded.
May I now call on the members to vote on the resolution by poll? I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The resolution is on display. Please vote. The timer is counting down on the resolution to appoint PwC as the independent auditor. Please dial *7006*61# to vote via the USSD on your mobile or use the web link that was shared in your AGM notification. We have 94 seconds remaining. To my right, I have the proxy count showing, and displayed on my left is the live voting. Timer is still on. We have 54 seconds remaining. Please vote either using the USSD or the web link. If you encounter any challenge due to network, please start again. Just read out the code and follow the prompts that follow. 24 seconds remaining. Voting is still ongoing. You have 10 seconds remaining. Voting has ended. We have 914,103,019 units in favor of the resolution. This represents 100% of the total vote count. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, the registrars. Item number 5 on the agenda is to elect members of the Audit Committee. Pursuant to Section 404 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, an audit committee is required to be established by every public company, and under subsection 3, the committee shall consist of 5 members, comprising of 3 members and 2 non-executive directors. The members of the audit committee are not entitled to remuneration and are subject to election annually. Any member may nominate a shareholder as a member of the audit committee by giving notice of such nomination to the secretary of the company at least 21 days before the annual general meeting. The board of directors of your company, in compliance with the Act, have appointed 2 directors, Mr. Emmanuel Omuejine and Mr. Anibo Kraga, as members of the audit committee. I now call on the secretary to read the nominations on the shareholders which he has received from members. The board has decided that the audit committee shall comprise 5 members. Only 3 nominees are therefore required.
Thank you, Mr.
Secretary,
Chairman.
please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So the nominees and nominators for the shareholder representatives on the audit committee, the nominees are Engineer MOT Olaiwola Tobun. He has been nominated by Mr. Adeleke Oladimeji Bolaji. The second nominee is Mr. Omokayode Adekunle. He has been nominated by Mr. Apete Olayinka. And the third nominee is Mrs. Odushote Olatubosu, who has been nominated by Mr. Aziz Lukman Akoni.
The registrars of the company, Greenwich Registrar and Data Solutions, have confirmed that the above nominees and their nominators are all bona fide members of the company. Your nominees for election to the audit committee are therefore Engineer MOT Olaiwola Tobun, Mr. Omokayode Adekunle, and Mrs. Odushote Anike Olatubosun. There are 3 valid shareholders nominees. Would someone therefore move that pursuant to Section 404 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, that the 3 shareholders are hereby elected as members of the Audit Committee? As the chairman, I hereby move, I be the one moving this motion. So I will call on someone to second the motion, please. Company Secretary, can you get someone to second the motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. May I invite Mr. Alaga Ekolowale to move to second the motion? Mr. Alaga.
Mr. Chairman, Honorable Kola Alaga is my name. I rise to second the motion as moved by the chairman. Thanks, God bless all of us, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Alaga. Okay. I therefore declare the motion carried. I declare the following nominees elected. Number 1, Engineer MOT Olaiwola Tobun, Mr. Omokayode Adekunle, and Mrs. Odushote Anike Olatubosu. Congratulations, all of you. Item number 6 on the agenda is to disclose the remuneration of managers of the company in line with Section 257 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020. I call on the Company Secretary to read out the remuneration.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The remuneration of managers is read as follows. Management grade cadre comprises of step 1 to 7. Manager between 15,340,413 naira 77 kobo to 21,568,715 naira 76 kobo. Senior manager cadre 17,386,782 naira 86 kobo to 25,820,955 naira and 45 kobo. Assistant general manager cadre 21,771,674 naira 59 kobo to 30,890,632 naira 95 kobo. General manager cadre 26,747,531 naira and 8 kobo to 39,810,223 naira 71 kobo. Executive director 40,946,894 naira 64 kobo to 61,225,751 naira and 68 kobo. Managing director cadre 53,230,898 naira 85 kobo to 79,593,998 naira and 34 kobo. Mr. Chairman, the remuneration of the managers of the company has been disclosed according to extant law.
Thank you very much, Company Secretary. Item 7 on the special business is to fix the remuneration of the directors. Will someone therefore move that the director's fee for the year ending 31st December 2025 be fixed by the directors?
Let me recognize Mrs. Pereira. Please unmute your mic, Ma, to move the motion.
Thank you, Mrs. Pereira. Can somebody second the motion?
Please let me recognize Mr. Igwe Chibukem to second the motion. Mr. Igwe Chibukem, please unmute to second the motion. Let me invite Mr. Lanre Kuku to second the motion. Mr. Lanre Kuku. Please unmute your mic to second the motion.
No, thank you for the opportunity. I so do. I hereby move the motion.
Second.
No, second.
You're seconding the motion, and please tell us your name.
Hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Chairman.
Yes?
I hereby second the motion.
What is your name?
What's your name?
No, he has to tell us.
Lauren Kuku.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Lauren Kuku is the name.
Very important. Thank you.
I hereby second the motion.
May I now call on members to vote on the resolution by poll. I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The resolution is on display. Please give us a few seconds. The resolution is on display. The timer is counting down. Please dial *7006*61# to vote using the USSD on your mobile phone. On the resolution to fix the remuneration of the non-executive directors, please dial *7006*61# to vote using the USSD on your mobile number, or use the web link to vote and follow the prompts that follow. I have displayed on my right hand the count of the proxies that has been previously collated, and on the left is the live voting. Please dial *7006*61# to vote. We have 62 seconds remaining. If you encounter any challenge, please redial. Dial *7006*61# to vote via the USSD, or vote using the web link that was shared in your notification. Voting is still ongoing. We have 27 seconds remaining. Please vote using either the USSD or the web link. 9 seconds remaining. Voting has ended. We have 913,953,516 units in favor of the resolution. This represents 100% of the total vote count. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, the registrars. The result of the motion to be declared, I declare the motion carried. Item 8 on special business is that, in compliance with the rules of the Nigerian Exchange Commission (NGX) governing transactions with related parties or interested persons, the company is hereby granted a general mandate in respect of all recurrent transactions entered into with a related party or interested person, provided such transactions are of a revenue or trading nature or are necessary for the company's day-to-day operations. This mandate shall commence on the date on which this resolution is passed and shall continue to operate until the date on which the next annual general meeting of the company is held. In compliance with the rules of the Nigerian Exchange Limited (NGX), related parties or interested persons shall abstain from exercising any voting rights in respect of Resolution 8. Will someone move the motion?
I'd like to recognize Christy O. Vincent to move the motion. Christy O. Vincent, please unmute your mic to move the motion. Okay, let me call Christopher Modi. Mr. Christopher Modi, please can you unmute your mic to move the motion? Okay, Mr. Christopher Modi. All right, I proceed to recognize
I second the motion.
no, to move the motion. Mr. Christopher Modi, please to move the motion. I'll call Okele Adenike. Sorry, sir, your name? Your name?
I move the motion.
Your name, sir.
Tell us your name if you are moving the motion.
My name is Christopher Mori.
Will someone please rise and second the motion?
Adenike Okeleye. Please can
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity given to me. My name is Okeleye Adenike Elise. I move that motion.
You second the motion, you mean?
You second motion.
All right, I second the motion.
Thank you very much.
I second that motion.
Thank you very much, Adenike. May I now call on the members to vote on the resolution by poll? I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The resolution is on display. Please vote. The timer is counting down. Please dial *7006 *61 hash to vote using the USSD on your mobile, or or use the web link to vote. To the right of my screen, I can see the preloaded proxy count showing, while the live voting is showing on the left. On the top right corner, we can see the total vote count. We have 76 seconds remaining. Voting is still ongoing. Please vote. Dial *7006 *61 hash to vote using the mobile, or use the web link to vote. $50 seconds remaining. If you encounter any challenge, please redial the code and start over. You may also vote using the web link. The web link has also been dropped in the chat, so you can pick it up and vote from there. 25 seconds remaining. Please dial *7006 *61 hash to vote using the USSD on your mobile number, or use the web link. We have 7 seconds remaining. Voting has ended. We have 94,633,577 units in favor of the resolution. This represents 100% of the total vote count. Thank you.
I declare the motion carried. Item 9 on special business is to consider and approve the following subjoined resolutions. A, that the company be and is hereby authorized to undertake a capital raise of up to 50 billion naira. The capital raise transaction shall be implemented by one or more transactions through the issuance of shares by way of a public offering, private placement, rights issue, shareholder loan, or any other method or combination of methods, whether in the Nigerian or international capital markets, at prices to be determined by way of a block book building process or any other valuation method or combination of methods in such tranches, series, or proportions, and at such periods or dates, coupon or interest rates, which within such maturity periods and upon such other items and conditions as may be determined by the board of directors, subject to obtaining the approvals of the relevant regulatory authorities. B, that the capital raise referred to in Resolution 9A above may be underwritten on such terms as may be determined by the directors, subject to obtaining the approvals of the relevant regulatory authorities. C, that the share capital of the company be increased by the exact number of ordinary shares which will be required upon determination of the terms of the capital raise, and the directors are authorized to pass resolutions for such an increase as well as to allot the new ordinary shares required in connection with the capital raise. D, that in the event of a rights issue, any shares not taken up by existing shareholders within the period stipulated under the rights issue may be offered for sale to other interested existing shareholders, and where following such offer, any proportion of the shares remain unsubscribed, the directors are hereby authorized to offer such shares to interested investors on similar terms to the rights issue or offer for subscription. E, that the directors be and are hereby authorized to undertake all necessary actions to secure the listing and admission to trading of securities issued pursuant to the foregoing resolution on the official list of the Nigerian Exchange Limited and or any other securities exchanges or markets. F, that the directors be and are hereby authorized to appoint such professional parties and advisors and to perform all such other acts and do all such other things as may be necessary to give effect to the above resolutions, including, without limitation, executing necessary documents in connection with the capital raise, determining the final structure of the capital raise, interfacing and complying with the directives of any regulatory authority. G, that the company secretary be and is hereby authorized to register any increase in share capital with the Corporate Affairs Commission in such incremental proportion or tranches as the board of directors in its absolute discretion may deem necessary or desirable. And the board of directors is hereby authorized to issue on behalf of shareholders such resolutions as may be required by the Corporate Affairs Commission. H, that the memorandum and articles of association, MEMAT, of the company be amended to reflect the company's new share capital after the capital raising exercise in the resolutions above. Will someone move the motion?
I recognize Barrister Adetutu Ganiyat. Please, ma, you can unmute your mic to move the motion. Barrister Ganiyat Adetutu. All right, let me recognize Mr. Gafar. Mr. Gafar, wait for Lami.
Thank you. I second the motion. Thank you.
Move the motion.
What's your name? And move the motion.
What? You have to tell
Tell
us
us your name first, and then you move the motion.
Tell us your name first, and then you move the motion.
Okay, Gafar moves the motion. Can someone else second the motion?
Let me recognize Sonny Isaac. Oladoke. Please, you cannot mute. Second motion. Sunday Isaac. Let me recognize Shareholder. Please, you cannot mute.
Let me fill us out so that we can move fast. My name is Rashid and Hamza. I rise to the motion.
Thank you. Thank you for seconding the motion. May I now call on the members to vote on the resolution by poll? I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The resolution is on display. Please vote. The timer is counting down. Please dial *7006*61# to vote via the USSD on your mobile number, or vote via the web link that has been shared. Voting is ongoing. We have 99 seconds remaining. To my right, I have the collated proxy count, and we have the live voting on the left side of the screen. Please vote either using the USSD or the web link. 74 seconds remaining. If you encounter any challenge, please redial. We have 53 seconds remaining. Please dial *7006*61# to vote, or use the web link. The web link has been provided in the AGM notification and also in the chat box. "28 seconds remaining. If you encounter any challenge, please start again. Just redial and follow the prompt. "10 seconds remaining. Voting has ended. We have 913,953,380 units in favor of the resolution. This represents 100% of the total vote count. Thank you.
I declare the motion carried. Thank you very much, the registrars. Item 10 on the special business is that, subject to obtaining all necessary regulatory approvals, the directors be and are hereby authorized to invest in, acquire, or divest from any business unit, branch, or subsidiary of the company, and to undertake any action that they may consider appropriate, including, but not limited to, restructuring, reorganization, or other business arrangements in accordance with applicable laws and regulations. Will someone move the motion?
I recognize Gilbert Ayola. Mr. Gilbert Ayola. Mr. Denike? Mr. Denike?
Adenike moves the motion.
Can we get someone else to second it? Musa, give us Ayola. Okay, Adenike moves, Gilbert Ayola seconds. May I now call my members to vote on the resolution by poll. I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The resolution is on display. You may now vote. Voting is ongoing. We have a total of 20 seconds to vote. Please vote either using the USSD or the web link. Dial *7006*61# to vote via the USSD or use the web link that has been provided to all shareholders. Voting is still ongoing. We have 7 seconds remaining. To my right, we have the reloaded voting count, and the light button is showing to the left of the screen. The total vote count is showing at the top right corner of the screen. Voting is still ongoing. Please vote. Dial *7006*61# to vote using your registered phone number. If you encounter any challenge, please start again. Forty seconds remaining. Please vote. Dial *7006*61# to vote using USSD or use the web link to vote and follow the prompts. Voting is still going on. We have 12 seconds remaining. Voting has ended. We have 913,949,283 units in favor of the resolution. This represents 100% of the total vote count. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I declare the motion carried. Thank you, the registrars.
Item 11 on the special business is that Article 74 of the Articles of Association of the Company is hereby amended to read as follows. Unless and until otherwise determined by the company general meetings, the number of directors shall not be less than 5 nor more than 13. Will someone move the motion? As the chairman, I move this motion and I call on someone to second the motion.
I recognize Mr. Herrera. You can unmute and second the motion.
Mr. Jafar seconds the motion. By now, call on members to vote on the resolution by poll. I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The resolution is on display. You may now vote. On the resolution to amend the Article 74, please dial *7006*61# to vote using USSD or use the web link that is provided. Voting is ongoing. We still have 7 seconds on the timer. To the right of my screen, to the bottom right, I have the pros and cons that have been pre-collated, and the light is showing on the left. The top right corner shows the total vote count. That's the addition of votes by proxy and votes by live. We have 71 seconds remaining. Please vote. That's 7000661# to vote using USSD on your mobile number, or vote using the web link that has been shared. Voting is still ongoing. If you encounter any challenge, please read out the code or refresh your web link. We still have 36 minutes on the timer. 36 seconds on the timer. Please vote. That's 7000661# to vote using USSD on your mobile number. 10 seconds remaining. Voting has closed. We have 913,952,883 units in favor of the resolution. This represents 100% of the total vote count. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, President. I declare the motion carried. Distinguished shareholders, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have now concluded the formal business of this year's annual general meeting of Eterna Plc. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I extend our heartfelt gratitude for your active participation and valuable contributions during this virtual AGM. Your engagement and insights are integral to our shared vision for the company's future. We remain committed to driving sustainable growth and delivering value to all our stakeholders. Thank you for your continued trust and support. This meeting is now formally closed. Can we now have the national anthem?